Today I'll share the recipe of classic Matar Paneer or green peas cottage cheese in a beautiful tomato based gravy. Lovely flavors, lovely combination, and most important part is such a balanced flavor, and this dish is a perfect example of how we can create magic with our own home ingredients that are readily available in Indian kitchen. So check out this recipe and you will love the taste and the simplicity of the dish. Sue's Food Corner special Matar Paneer with all hidden tips and tricks to make the perfect consistency. Hey guys, I am Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Sue's Food Corner. I hope you all are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to my page, do subscribe to my page and do not forget to tap the bell button. And thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. So let's begin with this awesome recipe. So for making Matar Paneer, first I need to fry the paneer or Indian cottage cheese. For that I have taken here oil, heated it on medium high flame, and here I have around 300 grams of paneer. I have just cut it into cube size, medium cube size, and once the oil is heated on medium high flame, I'll add the paneer pieces, wait for 1 to 2 minutes till the lower surface of this paneer is nicely crisp, and then I'll carefully just flip them. In this recipe, we don't want a over fried paneer, just slightly fried. You can also use raw paneer. Anyway, it completely depends upon your taste. Raw paneer can be directly used in the gravy, but I prefer lightly fried paneer pieces. So this is it. It's just looking perfect. So my first tip here to keep the paneer pieces soft till end is that once we have fried this paneer, immediately I'll add this paneer pieces to a bowl of salt water. Normal water in room temperature. I have just added 1 tablespoon of salt, and this goes inside this salt water. This makes the paneer more soft, and this softness is retained till end. So all my paneer pieces goes inside the salt water. I have fried my paneer pieces in 2 batches. So once it's done, I have heated a pan on medium high flame, added 2 tablespoon of cooking oil, and when it's heated, I'll add 1 large size onion roughly chopped, 10 to 12 garlic cloves, ginger 1 inch roughly chopped, 2 green chilies goes in. So basically all the ingredients to make the masala base, like the common masala base, onion, ginger, garlic, but everything roughly chopped. I just need it to be nicely sauteed for 2 to 3 minutes, and then once the onions have softened, I'll add around 3 medium sized tomatoes roughly chopped. If you are using small tomatoes, you can add 4 to 5. So this is done. So basically I just need all these ingredients, onion, ginger, garlic, tomatoes, green chili. This will be just lightly sauteed. We don't want a crispy texture or nothing needs to be overcooked. Just lightly saute them on medium high flame for just 4 to 5 minutes till the onions have softened, tomatoes have softened, and then I just need to cool all the ingredients and then make a puree out of it. So my next tip is to make a smooth puree. We'll just have to wait till all these ingredients cools down and then have to blend it without adding water. So this is the main trick. We need to make a puree without adding water. So once it's done, I have taken the same pan, added 2 tablespoons of oil and 1 tablespoon of clarified butter or ghee. I'll just wait till it's heated on medium high flame. Then goes few whole spices, 1 bay leaf, 1 black cardamom, star anise 1, cinnamon 1 inch, green cardamom 2, and just roast it for 1 minute on medium high flame till all these whole spices release that beautiful aroma in this oil. So once it's done, reduce the flame to lowest, and then I have taken a red chilli powder 1.5 teaspoon and Kashmiri red chilli powder 1 tablespoon. So this mixture of both chilies goes in for just 5 to 6 seconds, and then I'll add the puree. The result will be a beautiful red color because of Kashmiri red chilli powder, and we have decreased the flame to lowest, so the dry spices won't get burnt. So this is a very important tip. Reduce the flame to lowest before adding the dry spices, and once you have added the puree, increase the flame to medium high, and now we need to roast this spice mix in open flame in medium high flame for around 2 to 3 minutes till we can see the oil starts to separate. And at this stage, I'll add half teaspoon of turmeric powder and 2 teaspoon of coriander powder. As we had added dry spices, powdered spices, so I'll add around 2 tablespoon of water so that this gets nicely mixed in this spice paste. And now I'll cover it and reduce the flame to low medium and let it cook on low medium flame for 3 to 4 minutes. I'll cover it and then I'll show you what is the result. The chili we had added, that will do its magic. After 2 to 3 minutes, you can see the chilies have done their magic. The color has changed and this paste has started to cook, and gradually now after opening the lid, we'll cook this on high flame till this masala paste actually reduces to almost half and the oil will ooze out very evenly. And I'll just show you the difference. So roast this masala paste on medium high flame or high flame depending upon your pan for good 6 to 7 minutes till you can see oil has oozed out completely. This will make the difference in the taste of Matar Paneer. So you can see oil has oozed out beautifully. So for me it's perfect. After roasting for around 7 to 8 minutes, this is the difference. This was my initial original and this is the result. Huge difference, and just wait till you get this type of result. And then at this stage I'll add fresh green peas. If you want, you can add here cream or cashews, but I just love the rustic essence of this dish. Matar Paneer has its own flavor, so I just love it. Otherwise it will turn to Shahi Paneer and there will be no major difference. So but I have excluded all those things, yet my dish will turn out perfect. So fresh green peas goes here around 250 grams. Salt I have added according to my taste. The flame is still high and I just need to roast this peas with this masala base for 1 to 2 minutes. As because I am using fresh green peas, I have added at this stage. If you are using frozen, you can add the green peas with the paneer. So just cover it and cook for 3 to 4 minutes on low medium flame, and after 3 to 4 minutes these green peas are almost half done and they have released their moisture as because it's fresh green peas. So give it a mix and on medium high flame roast it for 2 to 3 minutes more till you can see the oil again starts to separate. At this stage we will add some fresh cilantro or coriander and the paneer pieces. If you are using frozen one, you can add the frozen at this stage directly. It do not need to be pre-cooked, but as I had used fresh green peas, so I had added 5 minutes earlier. Now give it a mix, paneer and this green peas, lovely combination. And now after mixing for 1 to 2 minutes, I'll add Garam Masala powder 1 teaspoon. And for me this Matar Paneer is almost 90% done. So as Matar Paneer is well served with roti or naan, so it is almost prepared in a semi thick consistency. So for that and to bring out all the flavors, I'll add 1 cup of water. You can adjust salt at this stage. So after adding 1 cup of water, give it a mix and then cover it and cook it on high flame. It's very important, we do not need to lower the temperature at this stage for 2 to 3 minutes, but before that there goes 1 tablespoon of clarified butter or ghee, and this will wrap up all the flavors. Give it a gentle mix and then cover it and on high flame cook it for 2 to 3 minutes, and after 2 to 3 minutes I'll just show you the result. After 2 to 3 minutes of cooking on high flame, turn off the flame and my beautiful Matar Paneer is ready. Just look at the consistency, the succulent paneer pieces with the lovely green peas. Magic happens at this stage. Switch off the flame, add some fresh chopped coriander on the top of it, and our dish is ready to be served. No curd, no cashews, no cream, nothing, yet a beautiful dish. Just see the consistency and the color of the dish. I just love the simplicity, and as I said, the essence of Matar Paneer lies in the pure Desi style of cooking. This is it, my version of Matar Paneer. I just love it, and a piece of cilantro on top of it to complete the elegance of this dish. And as I said, you can enjoy it with naan, roti, normal rice, anything of your choice, and the gravy is just semi thick, so it's perfect. Beautiful, lovely colors, and I said there is some difference between Shahi Paneer and Matar Paneer. If everything comes from the same taste, then nothing can be differentiated. So some dishes are enjoyed by their simplicity. This dish is one of them. So now it's time for the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is from Ankita Sasmal. She writes, the way you elaborate each step of cooking is just awesome. Anyone can easily try these dishes and I am sure the result will be amazing. So keep sharing. Thank you so much, Ankita, for your lovely words. I am so privileged. My dishes are loved by beautiful souls like you. Stay tuned, I'll surely share many beautiful recipes, and for today's recipes, it's one of my favorite simple and elegant dish. Do try out this recipe and let me know your feedback. Do not forget to subscribe to my page. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life and happy fooding.